dug out my mark making kit. Hey there, it's Care. Welcome back to My Take at the Lake. I've never used my mark making kit. I shouldn't say never, because you can see there's some ink there. I have made some marks, but not for Gelli Plate printing. I put this kit together quite a while ago, piece by piece, just piecemealed it together. I don't have a lot of stamps and stencils and those kinds of things, and I was hitting the thrift stores pretty hard looking for miscellaneous stuff to make such mark making tools. And I laughed because I got these Gelli brand combs specifically for the Gelli Plate, so that they're silicone, they're heavy duty rubber, so they're not going to scratch or mar up the plate, which is awesome. I got these, I think they were 99 cents. They might have been $1.99, but on Amazon at that time they were $18. Yeah, so you never know what you're going to find at the thrift store. I didn't even know I needed these. I saw them and I thought, oh, Gelli, I know that brand. And I bought, it was, serendipity. That's what that's called. So now I have these. These will be fun to make all kinds of marks. But before I had these, I made up this kit. Years and years ago, I did Stampin' Up, and these wheels were popular. What is this? Snowmen, I do believe. Yeah, snowmen. So I have a few of those. This one is fall leaves. I have a dragonfly one somewhere around here, but I think that's still in my little office. Because this box lives down in the basement. Like I said, I have a pretty small studio, so things that I don't use every day can't stay in there, because there's way too much other stuff that is in there that I do use every day. This is netting from probably Cutie's Oranges. Of course, the ubiquitous bubble wrap, large bubbles and small bubbles. 12 by 12 little squares of that, because, oh, the stuff that they can do. I think if you have a Gelli Plate and bubble wrap and paint, you don't really need anything else at all. Because the bubble wrap is so cool. This is a silicone hot pad or trivet from Walmart. I think it was $1 or $1.99. I cut it up for that honeycomb shape. I had purchased a whole bunch of pieces of foam, and I just chopped it into bits and made that to make a pattern. I had read somewhere where you could take, this is like a meat tray. They came from cucumbers, and I just took an old ballpoint pen and drew designs in it, and that's supposed to make marks. We'll see. Of course, cardboard, just corrugated cardboard with one of the layers taken off, and that was super easy. I just misted that top layer a little bit with some warm water and gave it just a few minutes, and that top layer just peeled off like nobody's business. And this makes, not only makes marks for gel printing, but really cool journal lines. If you want an easy way to make lines for your journal, that's why this is already inked, because that's what I did. I inked it up, or maybe painted it up, and then I put lines on a page. By the way, I was watching a video the other day, and the lady said, oh, I got this really cool template. Hang on, I got to show you. And she went and she got a template that she paid money for at Michael's, and the template is lines. Just lines. Just lines. She paid for that. Lines. Lines. That blows my mind. This is from the Dollar Tree. Oh, look, dog hair. From the Dollar Tree. It's sort of a Lego toy You build, this is the base, and the toys, the bits and pieces clip onto that or whatever. I figured that would make, it's got to make some kind of mark, right? I took a old, look how old that is, wooden spool, and I glued buttons on it. Unfortunately, it looks like a flower. Duh, I mean, look at it. It's a flower. Hello, I don't know what I was expecting, but not a flower. Medicine bottle, top and bottom, makes a ring, makes a circle. Same thing with this. It's just, you know, a dressing cup or whatever. Makes a ring, makes a wider ring. This I thought was brilliant. I thought, here's a smaller one too, you know. This I thought was brilliant. Dollar Tree Lint Rollers. And you just roll that across. And I make quite a bit with this. I quite like it. And you can take it off and make several of them. Brilliant. So cool. Found a video on it. Another cup, different ring, top and bottom. Different sizes. These are drawer liners. They do make really good marks. I have not on the Gelli Plate. I haven't tried that yet, but in different ways I use that. I got some of these at Walmart. They were, I don't know, 50 cents or $1 or something. I'm not sure if they'll work. Can't hurt to try. I had a couple of them. Of course, this one's just going to make a circle. I wasn't thinking. Check that out. I guess if you did the back side, I'll have to see. Dish soap. Little tiny circles. That's important. I had these clear things. They are dimensional here, so I don't know if that'll work or not. I got at a St. Vinny's haul this Ziploc bag full of these wooden pieces, and this just looked very steampunky, industrial to me. These just looked industrial, grungy to me, so we'll see. These are not keys, but they kind of look like keys. When I put them together like that, I was breaking things apart and just gluing it. So we'll see how that turns out. They say, you know, use what you've got. This is just an extra piece of cardboard in case I find something else to glue on it. Use what you have. We always have beer. Yeah. So it's going to be rings and circles. It's kind of sharp. I don't know if I want to use it on the Gelli Plate, but I probably will just to see what's going to happen. Can't hurt it once or twice, right? This is a placemat that I cut up. It was a big poinsettia, but it's pretty lacy looking. That's kind of cool. Even though I don't particularly like lace, I like the effect of it. These are just foam, fun foam, I think it's called. And I just drew some designs with a ballpoint pen. And I have used them in a couple different projects, and they turned out pretty cool. My little bicycle out. I just thought it turned out pretty cool. You know, it's not perfect when it comes out, but that's kind of, you don't want perfect, really. If you wanted perfect, just buy it at the store. Here's the rest of those wooden pieces. This is the whole, it built a tractor if you wanted to build a giant wooden tractor. That's what this was supposed to be. More shelf liner with a different design. What else do I have? Oh, I bought all these foam pieces and giant bag at Meijer. And I made, but I don't see them in here. I made stamps with them. I'm gonna have to go find those. I did make stamps with them. found them. Took some doing, but I found them. So this was just that bag of pre-cut foam shapes. It was one big bag, all different kinds of shapes and sizes from Meyer. I think it was about $5, $6. But look at all the stamps I got from them, and I have bags of fun foam pieces left over to make other things. So I separated them all out into different shapes, which took some doing because there's a lot in that bag. And then I took pieces of corrugated cardboard, cut them, and this is just duct tape so that I have something to hold on to. So I ink them all up, and stamp them either on the plate or on whatever I'm stamping on my pages. Easy peasy. And they take no room. It takes nothing to store this. All these fit in one little bag, and then I scroll them away and can't find them. So I just did different patterns. This is one of my favorites. These are so tiny, tiny little circles, but boy does it make a nice print or stamp or pattern on the Gelli Plate. This flower that you see here is this, I do believe, and I tried to do that little handle on all of them so that I don't get my fingers dirty, because we all know I don't like to get my hands dirty. Again, not big into flowers, but it sure is nice to have, when you don't have any stamps at all, some stamps. And the flower was easy, so I did that one and then a bigger one because they have bigger pieces. Same thing, I just have a duct tape, corrugated cardboard, glued my fun foam on. And this took an evening to separate all these pieces and then figure out what patterns I wanted to make, and then of course play with them for a little while. Again, I think this is my favorite. Bigger circle pattern. Fun. And even though they're not really big, it's easy to fill a page with a background just by moving your stamp along, re-inking and stamping. So even though it's maybe the size of an index card, I can fill a background page pretty quickly. And I did make a couple. There's a teeny one. It had a little bit of heart, so there's a little heart flower. A little bit bigger ones for more patterns. Great big one with all the big circles. Squares. And they worked out really, really well. I mean, again, they're easy to store, they're easy to use. I got one, I think 10. I think there's 10 stamps here for $5, $5 or $6. So it didn't break the bank. And mixing and matching these, you can have just tons of different backgrounds and patterns, and super, super easy to use and to make and fun to play with. I'm not sure what, I think this was a phone case I got for somebody. I don't even know what it is actually, but you know, make a nice little frame, make a nice rectangular shape. There's a nice square one, and it's soft foam, so it's not going to hurt the Gelli Plate at all. One of my St. Vincent's hauls, I got this little jar of rubber bands. I have not yet glued them onto anything, but one of these days I'll just sit and glue rubber bands on and make some sort of design mark maker out of that. Or not, but I did find these other things. I've got some stencils that I will probably use just for fun. Some letters. These are all either from the Dollar Tree or in grab bags from St. Vinny's, craft bags from St. Vincent's. This one I might have purchased a long time ago. This is from a muffin pan that I bought. So it doesn't have to be expensive. Dollar Tree, $1, or stuff you were just going to throw away. Lots of alphabets. Love the alphabet. Lot of these foam. These again came from craft bags from Dollar Tree. Some brand new. Glue stick works really well. Another one of the wheels. Just a block pattern. Little swirly stamps. Little star stamps. Stampin' Up. 21 years old these are. You gotta keep the inside from the tape because that's a beautiful thing. I have, oh, Boston. There's the Boston. I got a whole bunch of doggy stamps. Go figure, hey? What a surprise. Anyway, you never know what could work. That came, I got some little tiny dipping dishes from Walmart, and these were in between. Part of the reason I bought them. A little tiny bit of script stamp. I got this stamp. You might recognize because it's pretty. Comes up on Amazon every time you look for script stamps, so it's out there. But I cut it all apart. Seemed like a good idea at the time. I don't know if I agree with myself on that one or not. But anyway, it doesn't have to be expensive. There's all kinds of things that you can make marks with, and the whole idea is just to have some fun with it. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick a few of these. I can't use all this K-wrap in one sitting. So I'm going to pick a few of these little things and just start throwing paint around, and we'll see how that goes. If I have anything worth showing you, I will certainly do a quick follow-up or tack them on the end of this video as a sort of show and tell. May not. Who knows? Like I said, I'm new at this, so I'm going to go play My Take at the Lake. Out for now.